So, hello everybody. I hope you and my fellow crazies are doing well. Because, we all got to be crazy to live in this world, don't we? Today, I have an interesting banana that is flowering for me right here, as you can see. And you already know the name, the Dwarf chamaluco. It is in that bluggu, however you prefer to say it, group of bananas. They tend to be short, fat, stocky fruits, also called, donkey bananas, horse bananas, burro bananas. Very underrated bananas, all the same, but super hardy bananas. They're some of the most cold tolerant, super adaptable bananas. These are wild bananas that you can find growing all over the southern United States that people have abandoned over the centuries. And they're super, in my opinion, tasty bananas. The ripe fruit, basically no acid. I personally think hints of grape, without the acid. Nice, light, fruity flavor. And they're also great cooking bananas. They make great chips, make great mofongo, super awesome. But definitely plants, if you have trouble fruiting bananas, you can't pass them up. They're just tough as nails. Whether it's a dwarf type or a full-sized one, they're just an awesome group of bananas. But interestingly enough, talking about this guy here today, this plant was put in less than a year ago. We're in the beginning of September here. And it was put in late last November, 21. And it is fruiting here in September for me. So, very interesting. This is in a row of other Dwarf logo bananas that I have. It's with California Gold, Dwarf Orinoco, Pitu, Dwarf XL Orinoco, and a couple other mutations that I have and I'm testing out. And interestingly enough, I bought this one because the grower said it fruits quicker than the other ones, and so far it has proven to be true. My Dwarf XL, California Gold, and standard Dwarf Orinoco are all getting ready to fruit, to push out a bell, but they're still about a month out, month and a half, maybe 2 months even, before they go. So definitely the quickest one to push out the flag leaf there and the bell coming out. Very interesting. I'm not entirely sure how large the fruit are going to be on this for me. This will be my first time fruiting it, but very interesting. From a sucker, it's about a foot tall sucker, to pushing out this beautiful flag leaf here. It was, 10 months, which is not bad. And that is taking into account, in my books, we've had a very dry year. We had a very cold start to the year. And those things combined, if I'd have taken care of this plant, given it some love, watered it, fed it, gave it more organic material around it, I believe this would have fruited very likely in as little as 8 months, 7 months. Yeah. I'd hazard and say 7 months. I could have easily got this to fruit within 7 months to push out a bell there. Maybe even less. I could even probably say 6 months. If I really pushed this plant, I could have probably forced it to push out a bell in about 6-7 months and have fruit on it, edible fruit, within 9 months, which is not bad. That's a growing season for most of us here in the US. Not bad at all. And actually, it's a very short plant. It's got about 4 suckers on it that I've left on. And right here, here's my hand. That is where the bell's coming out. That is only 3 feet off the ground, guys. 3 feet. That's it. 3 feet right there. So this plant, all told, even with the leaves right here, is only less than 6 feet tall, which is very interesting. Very interesting. And yeah, the suckers are not looking like they're going to be much taller. They are getting very thick. There's a little sucker on it. And they're very short. So I'm curious to see how the fruit comes out on this guy. It's definitely showing to be very precocious, which I like that a lot. And yeah, definitely a dwarf plant. Very small plant, very early, which everybody wants to grow bananas. Not everybody can grow monsters, and of course we all have to contend with the cold, even I do, getting down into the low 20s, which this survived beautifully. It was defoliated 100%. We got down into 21, 22 degrees this winter. One of our coldest winters we've had in a few years. And the leaves were all, of course, burnt off. But the stalk survived just fine. And here we are less than a year later, and it's flowering. So definitely an interesting variety. Extremely rare. As far as I know, there's not very many people that have it. And unfortunately, because it's in that blogi, however you want to say it, blogo subgroup, the Orinoco group, I'll just call it, a lot of people discount it and don't even look at it, which is a real shame, just because they have amazing attributes in this group of bananas. So I'll keep you guys updated on this. I was really excited to come out and see it pushing out a flag leaf there for me in this short leaf. And we'll keep updated and see how the bell comes out. And I'm very excited to possibly cross this with, I don't know, get some pollen and see if I can get any seed. This would be very interesting to bring down the size on something like a 3640 if I could get some seed off of it, or who knows what I have pollen off of. And then see if these have any pollen. This would be very interesting to cross into a Vente Cohol or a Patuppy. Very interesting. But see you later, guys. Grow food. I don't just grow food. I actually work with plants quite a bit. And I do quite a bit of breeding and selecting. This is, that's how I came across the Dwarf chamaluco here. And yeah, research and grow outs and finding new varieties that can produce food under the worst conditions we can throw at them with as little care as we need to give them, and go from there, right? Maximum output, minimum input. That's what you're going for. And this banana so far has piqued my interest. So again, guys, grow food. If you're interested in bananas, hit me up. I've got so many varieties that produce so much food for very little care. But of course, if you do decide to give them some love, the yields can be outstanding. A single plant growing, 8 feet tall, not taking up that much space, can give you just massive amounts of delicious, nutritious food. Beautiful plant right there. Back up a little bit. Look at that guy. Girl, excuse me. She is beautiful. Deep green leaves. Super short. Even shorter than the California Golds. Interestingly enough, she's fruiting. Yeah, the Cali Golds are getting a little taller. Even the Dwarf Orinoco, which normally fruits anywhere from 3 to 4 feet. The California Golds and the Dwarf Orinoco both fruited about 5 feet this year. And this is fruiting at about 3 feet on the stalk. Very interesting. We'll see what the suckers fruit as. But normally the suckers don't get much larger. We'll see. See you later, guys. Love you. Thank you for watching. If you're not, go down there and subscribe. I like seeing those numbers go up, right? I've got to the disease. It's like, I crave your views now. Like, wait, why'd that video only get 1 view? No. Why do I not have more subscribers? I'm just messing with you. We're all crazy, right? See you later, guys. Love you very much. Thank you for the support. Again, grow food, like and subscribe. Check out everything below. And look at that. Grow food, yes. Grow dwarf chamaluco bananas.